dues to the volunteer fire department because they do a smash-up job. We are at our fire station with Fire Chief Donnie Atkins.
I think that's me.
That's you.
That's on.
Who's also one of our favorite subscribers.
I am. I watch you religiously.
And he is also one of the owners of the house we are in.
Yes.
So
Back when it was nice.
Yes.
hearing some stories of how well he took care of everything there, and it's definitely not what it used to be.
So if we find your wedding ring, would you like us to cash it in and give you the money? Can we make a donation to the fire department?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
We'll do that.
This pastor cannot find us. Do I need to set a fire? People seem to find fire, so
Tell him to point toward the hill.
Yeah.
Can't miss it.
Yes, but yeah, I've been in this fire department for 24 years. I've been the fire chief for 20.
And you took the IS.
And we dropped our ISO rating, which is the insurance rating that most all the insurance companies go by to charge you, for your home fire insurance. And we dropped from a class 9 to a class 5.
It's the other way, 9 to 5. Okay.
A 10 is absolutely no fire department. And we had when they classified this station, or this and the other station. Well, no, we didn't have the other station yet in Abbott. We had just this station, and we had one fire truck that was a 68 International.
Oh my.
With 700 gallons of water on it. And they give us a class 9 because we had a fire truck and we had some responders. And that was back in 1986, I think. It hasn't been reclassified since.
How many volunteers do you have?
Right now I have 30, but active I've probably got 10 to 15, just depends. And in the daytime we've probably got 5.
Okay.
Because everybody's working.
Yeah.
But I'm now retired from EMS, and I just live right over there, and so I'm available 24 hours a day.
And I work from home, so I'm available.
Yes.
But that's kind of my forte is weather. Doing all the spotting and that kind of thing. And
we have a guy that is a weather spotter and was going to do a class on our fire department, but he hasn't had good health here lately, and so he hasn't been real active. But he's a good guy. And then we had another guy that was a spotter, but he didn't stay here long. He was kind of just in transition. So, yeah.
Well, you want to give us a tour?
We can give you a tour. Oh boy, okay.
He can't find you. Honey, go put on the Grim Reaper suit and go wave him down.
Yes. Is the fire department the one with the sign with the name on it? You'd be surprised at the questions I get. Hey, it's people. So he's here. Let me see where he's at real quick. He's just going to grab overhead camera or projector. When we do a class, it shines there, and then the 2 TVs, we turn them on so we have, no matter where you're sitting, that you can see and hear whatever class we're doing. And we do everything from CPR, first aid. I've taught some first responder classes, lots of fire classes, and it's open to everybody. We tell the general public the best we can, and they feel free to come anytime. This is their fire department too, but no, we don't have a whole lot of participation.
Do you have a website, Donnie?
We do not. I don't know.
We have a Facebook page.
If I had somebody could make us one, I guess, but.
Oh, you want to make him a website?
I don't have the software to be able to do it, but I'd
We
be
do
more than
too.
happy to.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Like I said, from this part on, this is all new add-on. This is all new stuff. We got the kitchen, fully stocked, everything, water, gas. So if we have a power outage or an ice storm like we do quite a bit, we got a generator out there in the bay that's going to be moved out here to the front, and they're going to wire. We got an electrician that's going to wire it in. So when we lose our power, We just flip the switch and then, because we've actually, back in 2000 and, maybe in 2000, we had a big ice storm for like 9 days. And we actually housed people here. We had to go get some people and bring them here. They couldn't get out of their houses. They had no electricity. Yeah. There were some single moms or divorced moms, whatever, with their kids and stuff.
Yeah.
And we've got little cots that we got from First Aid or from Red Cross that we keep. And we just moved all that stuff and put it up and set out cots. We've got heat here, we've got water. The only thing we don't have is a shower. I didn't think of a shower when I had this thing remodeled. I just didn't think of it. I wish I had it. But yeah, so we can cook meals. There's plenty of stuff to eat. There's soups and all kinds of stuff. And we got the men and women's bathroom, which we never had before. Actually, I think that was the original bathroom. It came off that back side somehow or another. Yeah, I think. I don't remember. But yeah. And so we've got guys because it screws on. And women's.
It's got the female end and the
It has
male
a female
end.
and a male end. Exactly.
That's
There you
right.
go. Any and outies. That way, firefighters, they're kind of
Special breed.
special. They're
Special breed.
They are special. But yeah, they get a kick. A lot of people get a kick out of it. We used to do bingo here. We quit doing that last year. We took a break. We actually took a break off of it because we still have lots of prizes. We do it for prizes. People can buy their bingo cards and their punch outs. So when they punch them out, that card's done. But we give out prizes for the winners, and that's pretty cool. We can do that with the projector and the laptop.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
People come here though, and they see those doors in the bathrooms. They're like, "Oh my gosh, that's so cool." Then they see the light switches. They're like, "I almost didn't turn it on. I thought it was a smoke alarm or a fire alarm.
Yeah.
It looked like fire alarms." You didn't notice that, did you?
I did not.
Yeah. Do I need to turn it on? I don't know anything. We have a supply room. Right, yeah. I have to remember the codes. That we never had before. It actually looks better than what it usually does. Except this came out of our ambulance that we're selling. So yeah, this needs to go somewhere. But that's all of some of our bingo stuff right there. Some of it.
You're giving away some cool stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, there was also a little fire pit that, I don't know if it's still here, if we gave it away on one more deal. There's some kind of a hibachi thingy right there. Yeah, I keep this locked. I'm afraid that stuff may
Walk away.
walk
You
away.
bet.
And all of our medical supplies, we're fully stocked medical stuff for our first responders and EMTs. We have 6 EMTs on the fire department, and we have 12 first responders. So we got a lot of medical people because we run about 80% medical, car wrecks, and then the other 20% fires. House fires, knock on wood, we only have about 1 or 2 a year. There was one year we had 8. I hate it. I don't like it. I don't like fires.
How
No.
many veterans do you have on?
Veterans. We have 7, I think. 7 of these, I think, are veterans. Yeah. I wish I could pay them. I wish I had the funds, but Scott County don't give us funds like Sebastian County. This is my office. Yes, I am a St. Louis Cardinal fan. Sorry.
This is the sacred.
This is a room a lot of guys don't like coming to because they have to sit there and they don't like sitting there. It usually means they're in trouble for something, and then they have to shut the door. But,
That's when you don't like sitting in that chair, is when you
No,
have
they
to
don't
shut
like
the
it.
door.
yeah, when I got it open, everybody's sitting here, and that's fun times. Yeah, they're okay with that. But yeah, I can see the camera system.
Come on in and shut the door. Oh no.
I can also see that. I also get this at my house on my laptop. I can see it. And that actually came in to be a big thing when we first got that. I got that when we done the remodel and spent all the money. I wanted to put that in. They're like, "Why would you want to do that? Ain't nobody gonna mess with that." I said, "Well, we've had at times, somebody break in and steal the gas cans or whatever, and steal some tools, and I said, it's not that we lose a lot, but I said, it'd just be neat to have in case something happens."
Yeah.
Something happened after probably about 6 months into this thing. maybe a year that we've been built with all the new edition stuff. The camera with the truck, oh, there's two of them, camera 3. But anyway, that camera shot right there. Somebody called me one afternoon and said, hey, he said, somebody's ran into your building. I said, what? They said, somebody's crashed the front of your building. I said, oh, bull. They said, no, you better get up there and look. I got up there and there was a big hole. We'd been submarined like a torpedo thing. And I thought, oh my God. And I can see tire marks, you see where people spun out. And I'm like, what the heck happened? So I come in here, run that thing back, and by golly, it showed me every guy he come out, he coming this way. He was coming from Highway 71, he come this way. And he come right there, and right about when he got to about where between my truck and your truck, he veered off and just right in the fire truck. Yes, ma'am. And so he sat there and he spun his tires. He actually kind of smoked them, and he was still going forward. I'm like, you're not going to go through there because there's a big beam, steel beam right there. I'm sure you've hit it. And so he sat there for a minute, and he looked right at the camera, so you can zoom it out. You can see him. I thought, oh no, that's old man. So and so. Yeah, I almost said it. And I said, he's probably tooted. And he's looking at the camera, and he looked around, he fiddled with something, and he looked at something, and then he put it in reverse, sat there for a minute, and he spun his tires, and of course he smoked them because he was wedged into the building. He backed up, and the whole front of his truck was just toasted. And he backed up to where his bed of his truck was right about almost on the highway, and he sat there, he stopped again. Looking around, and finally he thought I'd just back up, and he took off. And so the police come here, and they said, how are we gonna know who did this? And I said,
here you go.
Right here. And he goes, you're kidding me. He said, can I get a copy of that? I said, you sure can. And he said, can you play it for me? I played it. He goes, oh my God, do you know this guy? I said, I sure do. I know where he lives. And he goes, okay. So he went there, and he wasn't there, but they went there the next day. And
was it Peanut?
Okay. No, it was that way. Peanut's down here.
Okay.
But they went there the next morning, and I knocked on his door and woke him up. And I said, Mr. So-and-so, I said, how you doing today? You okay? He goes, yeah, I'm okay. I said, you sore? You need any kind of medical attention or anything? Why would I need medical attention? And he said,
he didn't
well, you've
even
had
remember.
No idea. They said, you had an accident last night. You remember? And he goes, I did not.
Let's go take a look at your
truck.
Sir,
you want to step out here and look at your truck? And he stepped out and said, he about died. He said, oh my God, who did that? What happened? They said, you're on camera. You did that. You ran into the fire station on 378. And he goes, I wasn't even out there. They said, oh yeah, it's on the camera.
Let's go watch the video.
Yeah, we can watch you. So yeah, thank God we had this security system, or we didn't ever know who did it. Nobody never seen it. Not a car drove by when he was crashed. Nobody. So it was a good thing. But he ended up paying restitution. Matter of fact, he's still paying restitution. Because, $40 a month, but it's restitution.
Well, it's still
But yep, this is my office. Like I said, I come here and do some work. The air conditioning is off because we don't leave it running for no reason.
Nobody's here.
Yeah, nobody's here. But yeah, I got 2 different kinds of cards, I think.
Is that?
I'm gonna take a couple of.
Is
you
that
grab
your
those.
business card?
Yes, ma'am.
May I?
Yes, ma'am. Take all you want. Take an ink pen if you want to. Those are the multicolored ones too.
What?
They have 4 colors. You remember those in school, don't you?
These ones?
Oh, yeah, it's got the click.
It has the green and the blue.
Yes.
And the
Our junior firefighters like, oh, that's so cool. I said, we used to have those when I was in school. Oh, really? I said, yeah, those were cool.
They had ink then?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then we went out one time I had a brilliant idea that was not so brilliant. It says Northwest Scott every second Tuesday of each month right here for our meetings, 6:30. Handy dandy, right? On the front here, it says, our records show that your yearly fire membership has not been paid. If it has been paid, please contact us, which is my number, $40 a year fee, dropped off at today's bank, or in Mansfield, or mail it to our P.O. box. Thanks for your support. I thought, well, this is kind of cool. We don't know everybody's address, so we'll just go put it in their mailbox.
80% got thrown away. You got in trouble for stuffing mailboxes.
I got a phone call saying, you need to go remove those. You are committing a federal crime. You cannot mess with people's mailboxes. I said, all we done was just stuck this in there just to let them know. I said, you cannot mail it to them. I said, half these people, I don't even know what their addresses are because they just got mailboxes to put stuff in.
Yeah.
Most of them have P.O. boxes. And they
Yeah.
said, nope, go take them out. So we had to go everybody had to go out and drive around and pick them
Oh,
all
man.
back up. Yeah.
All right.
But anyway.
Please
yeah.
don't yell at us anymore.
Yeah. This is also our main command. If we have a disaster, this is our main command thing too, by the way. So spotter people, they need to get in here. And this is our repeater system that goes to our tower out here. And we can broadcast. This also has dispatch, has police, it has everybody. You can contact about anybody with this system. This also has the internet, World of Wireless, a company that does internet around here. It's an independent company. Yeah, they have their little thingies up on top of our tower, and this is their equipment, and they sell internet. There's several people around here that's got it. They say it's pretty good, but we get it here for free because they're using our equipment.
World of Wireless.
World of Wireless, yes sir.
Okay.
Yeah. They say it's good, but I just use my AT&T. I've got a little AT&T hot box top thing.
Yeah.
And I pay $60 a month. I use it from our internet over there. It works great.
Is that tied to your cell phone now?
What is this?
The hotspot, the wireless from
No,
AT&T.
no, not to my.
Okay, yeah, don't hook that to your phone because your phone's trash.
Yeah, my phone's trashed. Yeah. Okay.
Captain Obvious reporting for duty.
This main part of the building is open to the public if they need to use it for a wedding, a birthday party, a wedding shower, a birthday baby shower. There's been several things it's been used for. We don't charge for it. We take a donation if they want to give us a donation. Make sure they clean up when they get done. We have a popcorn machine and everything. It's full amenities, right?
Amenities.
Amenities, yeah. And so we have this lock, which is the same as the front door and the back door. That way, they can have this all they want. They can't go where the
Can't
trucks
get
are.
in. Yep.
I'm not going to look at your
Oh, I
code.
don't care. You're gonna be belonging to this thing, so you might as well learn it. You haven't joined yet, but you're going to. That's how I bait you.
I love that positive attitude, Donnie.
This is how I bait you. So this
Now we
bad
gotta
boy
see.
is what's gonna go out on the front. It's a big military industrial generator, and it will probably run a city, I imagine. So it's gonna be moved out in the front and secured out there, and he'll be running this thing whenever there's no power. We will have power, lots of power.
Who has the oil leak? Somebody has an oil leak.
Probably where the ambulance was sitting. These better not be leaking oil. These are new.
And look at
Kids, our juniors got a pool table. We got exercise stuff. There's a air hockey game.
Oh,
over
there you go, honey.
There's also a what was that thing called with the we did the soccer thing?
Foosball.
Foosball. Yep. Foosball. Yeah.
We'll get there, Donnie.
We've got that for the kiddos. But this is our main pumper, and this is our brand new. We've got two of these brand new. They're 2019 brush rescue trucks. They can fight fires and they can save people. So they got rescue equipment on them. They are brand new.
Beautiful. Yeah.
So who was Russell Forrest?
He was an active firefighter that was going to work one morning to Waldron. He worked at the school system, and a guy that was high on methamphetamines hit him head on and killed him.
Yeah.
Somebody had to come in my office one day. Do you see this?
You got a little
Uh-oh.
close to some heat, didn't
They
you?
got close to heat. He had to come tell me about it.
Whoops.
I said, why is it?
Oh, they got real close to
I said,
it.
why is it I get you a brand new truck and you do this? Why? We had old trucks, you didn't do that. I don't understand why you do that. Why would you get that close? This piece of apparatus over here is our air cascade system. It's what we fill our SCBA bottles with that we breathe air
Yeah.
when we go into a burning house. That will be moved here. I don't know when they're going to move it, but it'll be moved down to the Abbott station, and we'll be running it to supply our airlines inside the haunted house. We have airlines when you walk certain places, it blows on you. And
Ah.
makes you want to
Jump out of your skin a little bit.
possibly wet your pants.
Possibly what your pants.
I've seen it done. But yeah, that's what that thing is for.
I'm going to stand outside the haunted house and hand out free pants. It adds to the suspense, don't you think?
It does.
Why is this strange lady
They
wearing
are
out adult diapers?
stuff. We have backup gear. These are diesel. They're not running. They're trying to get them fixed. The guys A lot of the firefighters carry their own equipment in their cars. That way they can just go straight to a scene if they're close to it and they can put their gear on there. Some have their equipment here. So, yeah. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Of course, we have the 3 bays. Same thing.
Yep.
I'm like, guys, you know, when things go to bubbling, you're probably a little close, I think. Maybe.
You have a way to there's a way to fix it.
Is there really? Yeah, we hadn't had it very long. They done that. I'm like, why would you do that?
In fact,
Poke,
you know, well, you could poke holes in it, but
poke holes into it and then use a
use
heat
that
gun.
flat.
And
Yeah.
make it read.
Use a heat gun on low setting and just barely get it
And there was
movable.
Or
And
what about that flat iron that I have for the t-shirts, the little one,
I think that,
with a heat mat?
how well are you able to control the temp on that?
Pretty well.
Okay.
There's 8 settings on it.
That'd be cool. I hope to one day have we're wanting to get automatic door openers for these things, but they're like, and I don't know. I think making them open it up is better than having to push a button. Say, man, I'll push it and run out through the doors. I don't get pretty excited.
Yeah.
All of our spare equipment we have, what the spare equipment we have.
Yeah. Never, ever, ever forget. Never.
So who is it that's over at the high school right now then?
Do what?
Who is it over at the high school right now for the tub assembly? I saw a couple of your fire trucks out
No,
there.
that's Mansfield.
Yep.
Oh, that's Mansfield.
Yeah, it'd be Mansfield. That's in Mansfield City District. So
Yep.
we can't go play in their city.
Oh,
They don't
that's
like
not right.
They don't like it.
Oh, unless it gets too big for them to handle, then they call the big boys.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a good shot
Any
of.
questions about any of this stuff?
How are you funded?
Maybe one of the fundraisers we get.
Yearly, we're like $40 a month per household,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
or $40 a year.
$40 a year, and people complain about that. It's like it's just $48 one time. I mean, it ain't a whole lot.
That's $40 a year.
365
your
days.
home insurance now is going to be a whole lot cheaper, so maybe you can use some of that. We have about 700 and something other sort of 911 addresses in our 50 square miles that we cover, 50 square miles, and which is equals, I think they said about 1,600, almost 1,700 people. It's bigger than Mansfield. And we're not a city. We're not a municipality. We're just a volunteer fire department. We get no county taxes or no sales taxes because the county don't do that for the fire departments. We get nothing. So whatever little grants I can write and get us, fire dues is the big thing, and then our fundraisers like this, the haunted house, you know, we hope, we usually pull in about $1,000 clear. So we're hoping we get that because that'll put us just to the end of the year when our fire dues start coming in. And every year it's like this. When we get around August, July, we get really low, and it's like, dear God, please don't blow no tires out, don't do anything crazy, don't cost us no money. But yeah, it's a struggle. But it's just a struggle I've dealt with for 20 years, and we managed to make it. We've got an old, it's a 96 model. It's a Ford, I think it's a 350 van. It's an ambulance. It wasn't really a real ambulance, BLS unit, a basic unit that we ran calls with, but EMS doesn't use us that much no more. They got to where now this new service, they don't really rely on the first responders, so we don't got a whole lot of medical calls no more. And that thing was just sitting, and you pay insurance on it. It's like, why don't we just sell it?
Yeah.
And we had a guy to come by and look at it, and he said, man, make a good camper. I said, yeah. And he said, I'll give you $1,000. I'm like, we just had new tires put on, it's $800, so you're going to buy tires and you give $200 for a truck. Oh, no. Truck runs good. No. It's got a little bit of a transmission issue. It needs to be worked out, but no, I ain't going to let you have it for $1,000. I can give it away. But we, everybody was like, when we had it though, everybody's like, why don't you guys run calls with that and charge people like a real ambulance service? I said, we can't. You can't compete with the other ambulance services already in the county. They've got providership. They got sole providership. Yeah. They work. They are contracted through the county. We can't do that. So we've got the personnel. I mean, we've got the EMTs and first responders. We could do it, but I said we can't legally do it. Can't.
Well, let's see what we can do about getting some.
But what I was gonna get to though, the 700 and something people, we usually hit the wall at about 300. That's all it pays. Now they get a fire, and we get there. They remember. Oh, why didn't you let me go get that $40?
Yeah.
I had forgot it all. I forgot we were going to mail it. Let me get that. And it's like, okay, you just take it. You know, what you sue them? What are you going to get? It's hard to get blood out of a turnip.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyway, it's small fire departments. We just struggle.
Do you guys have reverse 911 or no?
Reverse
So-
911.
Is what?
Okay.
Okay,
So if
so you
there
do
is
not.
if there is an emergency, let's say there's a fire that has gotten out of control and there are homes within,
Mm-hmm.
reverse 911 goes out to those people in those areas to alert them.
No. Not at me. No. We'd have to alert them.
Do you have the capability? We're gonna look into that.
No.
We're gonna look into that.
Yeah.
That's crazy talk.
It is, but the spotter class would be really cool, or spotters, have some spotters. I've got some people who would take a class, if you could, can you teach one?
I'm not qualified to teach.
Oh, okay. I'd like to have one,
I could
for
be,
some of my people would take
I
it.
could become qualified.
Yeah. It would be neat, to have.
You know what? I may have a resource from the National Weather Service who would be willing to come down here and teach a class.
I had a guy that contacted me about, I don't know if we would be interested in having a ham operator class put on. I'm like,
Ooh,
I've had some that said yes, and some that said. I told him, I said, I'm not really interested in it because I've got 2 radios and a pager that I carry now. I said, so I don't have room for another radio. I said, so I would be interested, but I said, I've got probably 3 or 4 or 5, 6 guys that are women, that would like to have it.
yeah, we'd take a ham.
Yeah, because when we take volunteers, we usually get the husband, wife, and the kids. That way we get all the bases covered.
Yeah.
Whether you want a firefighter, you don't have to fight a fire to join the fire department. We're not like that. A lot of departments, they want you to be certified as a firefighter before you can be a first responder. There's no rules at the state fire academy that you have to be a firefighter to be a first responder. No.
Yeah, there are plenty of other jobs to be done, like fundraising,
Yeah,
campaigning,
Or go to the fire and hand out water, drinking water.
Yeah.
Go around and people hand out.
Support.
and Anheuser-Busch cans.
Learn how to drive one of these trucks. Take the little course that my captains give. Learn how to drive the truck and drive a truck there and operate the truck. Which is, that's a pretty. When you go to that pump panel, when you get on the scene and you're running that, you've got people that's inside of a house or something. That's their life right there.
Yep.
You screw that pooch and you screwed them.
Yep.
So you have to have somebody that really pays attention. It doesn't, it's serious. But yeah, and like you say, fundraising or just join to join. I mean, it doesn't. We enjoy having people to come, but I don't know. It ain't made for everybody. And the younger generation now, they don't want to do nothing if it's free.
Yep.
They don't want to do nothing if it's free.
No, you don't contribute to your community. That's silly talk.
Yes, no fuel.
This light off?
Yes, sir, please. Thank you.
Yes, sir. And get it out of the glare.
Chicago.
Got a big glare in here. There we go.
And this guy
Put it that way.
Johnny wants pot. Johnny. Anyway, that was a sad day, but it ended up, 6, 7 years later, it turned into a great day.
You're okay now.
So we're okay now. We just struggle with our day-to-day stuff. We hope we don't break nothing. Nothing bad happens that we have to pay for something until first of the year. First of the year, our money will rock in for a while until about
July.
probably July. Then it just stops. And I'll post it on Facebook. Hey, and I'll put all these numbers, all these house numbers. I don't think I can list people's names. I don't try it. I just list the address, and I'll list them all. And I say these numbers are not showing to be paid, and some people will pay. But if you look in the paper at the end of the year, the county, they'll list people that's delinquent on their taxes, and they'll put the name and the address of everything. So,
They can, because that's government.
okay, well, yeah. I didn't think about that being, yeah, government. But we just never done that. I thought, yeah, I don't want to take a chance of something else biting us. So, yeah, we won't do that. We'll just put the addresses out there. And then, you know, we don't ever get notified when people move in. We don't know who's still living there, who's not, until they have an emergency.
Okay.
Yes, you did.